Well, the Democratic Alliance is responding to the ANC's assertion that the DA can leave the GNU if it wants to. SABC News reporter Abra Barbier is live with the leader of the DA, John Steenhuisen. Over to you, Abra.
Juliet, thank you very much. Let me just get straight into it with the leader of the DA. Mr. Steenhuisen, a few weeks ago, I think it was the day that the first budget was supposed to be presented. Afterwards, I spoke with you, and then you said just because there's one spat between us and the ANC does not mean we're going to walk away from the GNU. This is something you've continuously reiterated. The SG of the ANC has just said if you guys want to go, then it's fine, you can go. They committed to the GNU, but they basically saying you guys have sold out the nation.
Well, let me just say this. We joined the Government of National Unity to be part of the jobs and growth agenda in the country, and it's very important that it's very clear that is why we joined. But it has to be done so on the basis of a genuine power sharing where all parties accept that none of us received a majority, none of us can get everything we want, but we all should be able to get some of what we want. And I think it is important that we find a way through this. We're certainly not just going to walk away from the GNU, but we also can't just remain in a situation where we are not privy to a genuine power-sharing relationship, given the fact that we do bring 22% of the vote to this, and we helped get President Ramaphosa elected. We're not the ones who went outside of the GNU. Not once, not ever, during the course of the last few weeks, has the Democratic Alliance met, spoken to, engaged with any single party outside of the Government of National Unity. Because we are committed to the statement of intent, we're committed to working together with GNU partners. Now, the same can't be said of the ANC. They went outside of the GNU to deal with parties that are not privy to the statement of intent. So if any party has to find itself outside of the GNU, it's not the Democratic Alliance, it's the African National Congress. What we now need to do is find a way through this particular impasse and find a situation where we can pass the budget. Now, a lot of people are under this false impression that what we voted on a week ago in Parliament was the budget. It wasn't. It was the fiscal framework. The budget still has to come to Parliament. And it's very important that we try before then to find each other, to agree that we have a power-sharing relationship and agree on a common set of reforms that we're going to need to get the country moving forward. Because without those reforms, we're going to be back here fighting about how much tax has got to go up, how much cutting we've got to do, or how much we've got to borrow. And that's not the way to run a government.
On that point, what have discussions between the ANC and the DA been like the last few days? And are there any meetings planned for the near future?
Well, during the course of the last week, we have exchanged a document with the ANC. On the basis that there was a document that had been provided to us. We had responded. We're waiting to hear back from that particular document still. I note the press conference just given by the Secretary-General of the African National Congress, in which he said they're going to be engaging with parties. We'll wait for the call. We think we've got a great plan to grow the economy and create jobs that is in line with the medium-term development plan and, in fact, in line with much of the things the ANC say they stand for. So we look forward to discussing that particular plan so that we can move forward to a situation where we can pass the budget later this month and into the next month, the DORA, the Taxation Laws Amendment Bill, and all these other instruments of legislation. We were very consistent from the beginning about our position on VAT. It was no secret within the GNU. But again, I reiterate, we never once took that outside to speak to any other party to try and cajole them into voting with us in a particular way. The only people we consistently spoke to during this process were the parties within the Government of National Unity.
Thank you very much. That was John Steenhuisen, leader of the Democratic Alliance, obviously saying that they are waiting for the call. They've given their proposals to the ANC. They still want to work within the GNU. And so it's just a matter of wait and see for all of us at this point.